There we go.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. We are going to talk about those must-haves you must have on a vacation, specifically a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to show you all of ours, and hopefully you'll show us some of yours. At least tell us all about it.
Tell us, yes.
Double dose. I missed that song. I didn't get to hear it in my last vlog, so I thought I'd play it over and over again.
Well, happy Sunday, everybody. From depending on where you're living, it's Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, or Sunday evening. We're happy to be joining with you. We just got home literally a few minutes ago, turned on all the camera equipment to get ready to say hi after spending the weekend with some family.
Yep. Cheers, everybody. Having a Caesar. You're nothing for you today?
I just have a glass of water on the go right now.
I'm down 10 pounds from last cruise, so I can indulge finally.
Oh, ladies, help me out there. Mr. Canuck and I both had a goal to lose the same amount of weight after the last cruise. And of course, he's already lost his 10 pounds, but I am not there. So I'm still on the water.
Yeah, that's good.
It gets me very upset how he can just lose 10 pounds like nothing, and I have to work weeks to get there. But anyways.
I just saw Shelly say that she likes our coordinated outfits. I didn't even realize they were coordinated.
Oh, yeah, well, we're both sort of floral today, aren't we?
Well, floral? I put it on because this is one of the must-haves going on a cruise. It was a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you're going on a Caribbean cruise.
No, I don't know. I saw people wearing this type of stuff on the Alaska cruise.
Did you?
Yep, in Europe.
Really?
I noticed more of the stuff about fashion than you.
Oh, yes. That's for sure. Yeah, we agree with that.
So we're going to talk about, we got some examples. It's going to be like a show and tell today.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
And we got some things we're going to show you, and we're going to be wanting to know from you what your must-haves. Maybe there's stuff that I've never thought of, that you have some great ideas. So
absolutely. We've stolen a few great ideas from fellow followers that have given us ideas of things to do that we've really liked.
We have, yes. Sure. And there's a few things that are pretty common kind of things. We tried to find those unusual things that might be specific to us, just to kind of show you some strange things.
Yeah, because I think if you've ever been on a cruise before, it's pretty obvious. The majority of people, one of the biggest pieces of advice out there is to bring magnets. And we do that sometimes. Sometimes we don't, though. But that's a must-have for a lot of people on cruise ships. They like to have magnets to hang things up on the wall.
Yep. Yeah. And sometimes our magnet doesn't stick to the door.
Or yeah, our cruising Canuck magnet. Often, I'm finding the newer ships, the doors aren't magnetic, but the walls all are, so you can still put things on the walls.
Oh, the new ship's supposed to be made of plastic. Is that what you're saying?
The doors are not made of metal.
Oh, so we got some housekeeping Mrs. Canuck wants us to do before we say hi to everybody. So we'll just talk about a couple of things. Right? Your favorite part?
Yeah, my favorite part.
So this week's vlogs, you saw hopefully, was a bridge tour we did on day 2, our Inside Passage day.
Our first sea day, yes.
Yes, and that was something special. We didn't expect that. It just kind of came out. Princess. Holland America.
Wrong cruise line, Mr. Canuck.
Holland America had mentioned to us, would you be interested in doing a bridge tour? And we were like, oh, we've done that before. That's kind of interesting. But we said, if we could bring our cameras, that would be like over the top.
Yeah, so when he says we've done that before, years ago on Carnival, we paid for a behind-the-scene tour. That would probably be at least 10 years ago that we did that, if not longer. Yeah, but this was a little bit different. It wasn't a behind-the-scenes tour. You couldn't purchase this or anything. They had invited us. Paul and Carol were with us, and a few other people that were traveling were on with our group. We had a very tiny group, and it was phenomenal.
Yep. It was a good chance to show all of you what it looked like on a bridge. So we were excited to bring that. We like doing things that we can film, right? If there's something we can't film, then it's like, oh, we don't get to show all of you what it's like. So we kind of gravitate towards things we can bring the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was one of those things we'd never had a chance to before. So, and there's another something like that later on coming up on a future vlog at a different part of the ship we got kind of some access to. So watch for that. It's coming up in the coming days too. And Juno, of course, if some of you have seen Juno, we did the baked Alaska.
Yeah.
No. The salmon
bake in Alaska. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah. Baked Alaska. That's a whole different food group, isn't it?
And that was delicious.
It was.
Best baked beans ever. Baked beans, yes. You know me and beans. I seem to have an obsession. I seem to have just found out recently from people's comments. So
yeah, he definitely likes them in the breakfast all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, we have that done this week. Those are out. And then our next stops you're going to see this coming week, Tuesday. Yeah, late Tuesday you'll see our what is next? Skagway. Ooh, you can say Skagway now.
I've been practicing. Took me being there for a whole day to keep trying to say it correctly.
Yeah, some of our patrons will likely see it Monday, but then everyone else see it Tuesday, and then by Friday there will be our Glacier Bay, the day that everybody talks about on an Alaska cruise. We're gonna have that on Friday. Should be out.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be.
Were you in shorts and a t-shirt that day?
No. I may have one of my less finer moments on a cruise ship.
You really need to watch that vlog that day.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, those are those stories, and we're cooking up just for our patrons that are on. We're cooking up some kind of private live one of these days coming up. So we're hoping to do that really soon.
Yes.
We'll probably do like a pre-live is what we're thinking, and then we'll just join the main live with everyone else. So we'll see. We haven't done this before, so we're figuring it all out. So
all right.
That's the plan. Oh, I already jumped. I was in between things. We already said Skagway and Glacier Bay is coming up this week, so that's that news done. Next week's live, it is going to be a whole bunch of updates about different things going on with the Cruising Canucks. So we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. No sense telling you all about it today, but there's a whole bunch of news we've been kind of putting together in one big episode.
Yeah, and then a little Q&A period.
Yeah, we're going to talk to you about all kinds of stuff. Ask whatever you want about the Cruising Canucks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. That's how quick the housekeeping was. That's not bad. What's that? 6 minutes. That's a new record for housekeeping.
Oh, there you go. He's getting faster at it, guys.
Either I talked faster or was less to say.
Oh, there you go.
And we were recently back from our 3-hour drive this morning across the Trans-Canada Highway.
Right.
So we've been out moving around. I wonder how far we could go in Europe in 3 hours. I wonder how many countries we could have drove through today.
Yeah.
At least a couple, I'm sure. But Ontario is so big that, that was just a normal Sunday drive for us. Yeah. And that's the story. So I guess before we get to our favorite things, we're going to say hi to all of you. We see a whole bunch of people coming in from across the world, which is exciting. So if I can get the technology work.
See some comments and say hi to everybody.
And I think Greg was the first one in today. So we get to say hi to Greg first. And he's here all the way from
San Francisco Bay Area. Good morning to you there. Thank you for joining us.
I wonder if it's sunny there. When we were in San Francisco, it was rainy.
Well, we were also there over New Year's. So we did 4 days in and around New Year's, a couple of days before, a couple of days after. Years ago.
And a Caesar, I'm getting sidetracked here.
Oh, gosh.
It is really good with celery salter on the top, but it has Clamato in it. So like a lot of people think it looks like a Bloody Mary. But Canadians, we like Caesars. So, which has a Clamato, which is like a clam juice and tomato juice, and some other things in it. That's the educational piece of today's video.
Oh, is it?
Might be the most important thing of today's video.
Oh, really?
We'll see how good your things are. We actually have our own things to show you today. So
okay.
She's got her things and I got my things.
Oh.
My things are more, I think, manly.
Manly?
Maybe. We'll see. And who else is on here to say hi? Bruce and Tawny are here.
Tawny, they're just 3 days away from their Seattle and Alaska adventure going on Oceania, I believe. So we can't wait to hear about that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a vlog of Oceania.
Ah, there you go. Bruce, the challenge is on. We would love to get on Oceania and vlog it for you all. That's definitely
in fact,
bucket list.
Do you want to just give us your ID? We can go in your place and we can give it a try.
Yeah, right. I don't think they'll be wanting to do that.
No, I don't blame them.
And Greg is packing for Alaska too. He's got warm weatherism warm clothing.
No, it says worn clothing. So he knows that Alaska's kind of rustic, so he's going to bring his worn out clothing.
I don't think so. But I'd say you need to bring a good camera, good hats and gloves. The packing is essential for possible rain and sunglasses. Yeah, I had a little bit of everything on that suitcase, in our suitcase for that trip. I don't know. Some people are successful at packing with carry-on for most of their cruises. I would have never been. I don't know. I'd be able to do it on any cruise, to be honest with you, but I definitely wouldn't be able to do it on an Alaskan cruise.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to do an Alaska cruise again and just bring shorts to just show you can do it with shorts.
Oh, yeah. So that means you'd stay inside the comfort of the cruise ship the whole time, everyone.
That would be good. I'd tough it out this time.
Yeah, okay.
Rose is here.
Hi, Rose. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Looking forward to the live. I'm always looking for new ideas. That's wonderful. Good.
Hopefully we have a few good ones.
Yeah.
And Francine's here.
Francine from Rockland, Ontario. And Francine, I was just messaging you on Facebook, and we're going to talk about what your question was actually on this live. So stay tuned because we'll give you a little bit of information on that.
Francine guessed one of them.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
And all the stuff that we're going to show you today, we were rushing around today, so I didn't have a chance to really get the show notes together. So in the description of this video afterwards, we'll eventually build in kind of what we brought up today, so you can at least go look it up yourself in case it's something you want. So that's the plan. John is here all the way from the UK.
Welcome, John. Thanks for joining us.
And it's just the evening there, so
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of British food John had tonight for dinner.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, hopefully it was like beef and Guinness pie. That was really good. I like.
Yeah, that was one of our favorite things when we were on Marilla.
Well, that's more of an Irish thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be for sure.
Maybe had toad in the hole.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not sure if that's a dinner thing or not.
It was on the lunch menu when we were in Marilla. Yeah.
Mark is here from Rockland, Ontario.
Hello. Welcome.
And Mary is here from Wales.
Wales.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
We love those Welsh accents. We love Holyhead. How do you say that? We're back and forth all the time. Is it Holyhead or Holyhead? We can't figure it out in our brains. So maybe Mary can help us how to say that spot in Wales. And Rhonda is here.
Gasoline must be much cheaper there than in San Diego County. Hope you had a relaxing Sunday drive. No, it's probably the most expensive drive we've done to go visit our daughter where she lives.
I think gas was about $1.70 a liter.
Yeah.
Converting that over,
$1.73,
that's probably between $6 and $7 a gallon in the U.S. It cost us for 6 hours of driving, cost us about $80 Canadian.
In a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, in a small little car.
Tiny compact car that, when we started buying Corollas, it didn't even take $20 to fill them up. Now it's taking $70 to fill them up. So, yeah, much more expensive these days.
Steve is here, and he is saying that he's 54 days until he goes to Hawaii.
Oh, wow. Waiting to see what changes will be made due to the fires. Yeah.
I did see, I think it was Royal Caribbean had made an announcement about a change to the itinerary. So I know there has been some adjustments for some of those cruises. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awful what's going on there.
Yeah. And Southwest Florida Bulldog is here again.
Oh, as Stray Dog Fanatic. Hello. Sorry, it's been a while. Congratulations on your retirement, new adventures. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm waiting for my retirement to actually happen and slow down. Mr. Canucks got me training and learning so many new things that maybe I'll go back to work to have a calmer day. But no, it's been great. The flexibility of sort of doing this early retirement from the school system and working from home has just been wonderful, and it's been going better than what I would have anticipated a few months ago. So it's been great. Learning lots.
That's how I'm losing all my weight. Every 10, 15 minutes, it's like, can you come help me with something on the computer? I got to run down the hall and run back. So it's helped me too.
Oh, that's funny. No, he's been very patient.
And Claire is here. Oh, no, it's back.
Oh, no.
Is that us? That's oh, no, it's back? Or is it my shirt or is it your dress?
I'm not sure.
Is it my Caesar? So I'm not sure. We've scared Claire. Camilla is here from Alberta.
Hi.
It's sunny out there. It's cloudy here, trying to get sunny, I think.
Yeah.
We're hoping for sun before it gets to barbecue time for dinner tonight. And Scott is here. Hi, Scott.
Oh, hi, Scott. Hey. Hot in Oregon this week. Nice. Very. Yes. Maybe too hot, though.
Yeah, I saw some heat warnings, I think, out for British Columbia. So, yeah, it looks like it's warmed up out there for sure. Yeah.
Scott's not too far away from getting on a cruise ship again. Another few weeks.
Lucky people. What are we, 17? Oh, we're actually, 21? Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
We're 3 weeks today from getting on a cruise.
Oh,
it's coming up.
Today,
A couple lives from now, we're going to talk all about that cruise and find out what it is we need to watch out for on MSC.
Yeah, our first ever MSC, if you're just joining us. So we are excited about what that whole experience will be.
And there's Shelly saying she loves your coordinated outfits.
Oh, there you go.
I did a good job coordinating today.
Well, obviously you did, because I had this on at 7 a.m, and you just put that on before you turned on the camera. So
one of my many wardrobe changes throughout the day to stay fashionable. Sundeck is here from Waterloo.
Hello.
It's Glenn.
Hi, Glenn. Welcome.
And Sabine is here from Germany.
Oh, nice.
I think Sabine was here maybe last week.
Yeah. Thanks for joining again.
Yeah, we've got to find a way to get to Germany now.
We have the solstice booked in February in Asia. Nice. Ooh. That'll be a fun cruise for
We were so close on many bookings to get on the solstice. It was one of those ones that was in the running, but never quite made it to the one we booked all through this past year. So we've been bounced around looking. We've looked at many ship tours. Yeah. And Andrea is here from Long Island.
Hi, Andrea.
And Dawn is here from Michigan.
Hello.
From Midland.
Scroll up my side.
Oh, scroll your student.
Yeah.
I hope Dawn is getting. Maybe this time she's getting the sunshine when we get the clouds. So
Yeah,
last week she had rain when we had sun.
That's true.
And Stephen is here from Lancaster, England.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice and sunny in Oakville.
Oakville or Brenda.
Yeah.
Wanda and
Paul and Carol, or Paul and Carol, this now. Wanda and Paul. Paul and Wanda, I want to say, from Nova Scotia. Hello.
Yeah, they're probably afraid to tell us the weather because it's been raining for like 2 months straight, I think, on the East Coast. So
really? Well, I guess your grass is a lot greener than ours then, because ours is dead in our yard right now.
Grass is always greener, isn't it?
Always.
Especially in Ireland.
We went to our daughter's house, like we said earlier this weekend. One of the things I said to her is, wow, your grass ever green compared to ours, but 3 hours away made a big difference. Yeah.
So I got celery salt in my mustache.
Mm-hmm.
AJ's Adventures is here from England, Brighton this time.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to have to get a map of England and have like little pegs I
You're
can put
gonna
in there.
little pigs of everywhere?
I can keep track of it behind us. That's what I can do in the background.
Oh, yeah?
Do my best weatherman walking around doing stuff on a map. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Captain Ahab is here.
Oh,
Florida.
Florida. Yeah.
Whenever it's hot and sticky in Florida this time of year.
It's usually humid this
Yeah.
time of year, right?
Mhm.
We've cruised out of Florida lots this time of year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brian is here from Michigan.
Excited for your upcoming cruise. How are you losing weight, Jerry, so fast?
I cut out the carbs.
Mm-hmm.
Started walking twice a day,
Mm-hmm.
doing the fasting. So I stopped eating at about 6:37 at night, and I don't eat again until noon the next day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did. So
Yeah.
and it came off pretty good. Yeah. And Mrs. Canuck did the same thing.
And I actually gained a pound after the first week of doing exactly what he just said he did. So
Mm-hmm.
that was so much fun. Yeah. Anyways, down a little bit now, but nothing like him.
So Brian's been like booking up our group cruise like crazy.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. It's been great. Yeah, I've been messaging back with some of Brian's friends that are joining us, so that's wonderful.
Yeah, we're gonna have updates on the group cruise. That's one of the things we're gonna bring updates for next week. So if you're coming on the group cruise, you want to see next week, we'll provide some updates on that.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, I think I've lost track. We have so many people. What are we now?
We're around 60 people.
I think we're over 60. But
I think
62,
it's 62 or 64. One of the.
They're up there, yeah.
Yeah.
And Peter, one of our original viewers from England.
Probably our first one.
Yeah. Yep. Peter's back. Hi, Peter.
Thanks for joining.
I'm glad we don't have to keep Peter up after midnight. It was making us feel bad. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. And Claire is here from the West Coast.
Hello.
And Carol is here from Texas.
Hi.
And Caleb says you have to go on Oceania.
Yes, we would love to.
Yep.
For sure, it's on the want to do list. We just need our bank account to match our want list. We're working on it.
Yeah, the bank account's having a tough time keeping up with their cruise addiction. Yeah, that's for sure. Many of you can probably relate to that.
Right?
Yeah. Greg says it's going to be 90s and plus humid. So it sounds like Florida weather in Oregon.
Oh, wow. Really? Yeah.
And
okay, you want to scroll up? I have nothing on my
you ran out of people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I think I went too far.
Yeah.
That always happens.
There you go. Right there. Stop.
And Francine's the next one.
Oh, must-haves on the cruise. Potpourri.
What's
yeah,
that? What's
absolutely. That? I carry that in our cosmetic bag when we go on a cruise. And if you don't know what that is,
nope.
Yes, you do.
It's
a little bottle of spray that you use in the toilet bowl in the cabin.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yes.
I get in trouble for not squirting that on.
Yeah, I'm like, make sure you use that when you're in a cabin. It's a must.
I thought you meant like potpourri, like the little
No.
herbs and stuff that are in a jar somewhere.
Right. No.
Nope.
Yeah, I actually have that. Not too far away, but it definitely. That's a good one for Insane. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that one here. Yeah.
No.
And Monty is here.
Really enjoy your vlogs. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. And we have
Kylie. Finally, be awake for a live from the UK base. Thank you for joining.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Peter has a good one.
Peter's given us some hints of some stuff to talk about.
I bring a small bag with every medication under the sky just in case, but I never need them. I'm exactly like you.
Yep.
We've gone cruising enough times that we're waiting to get off in port to run to a drugstore because we needed something. So I have the exact same thing. I have a cosmetic bag with all our everyday stuff, and then I have sort of an emergency cosmetic bag, and it has everything from aspirin to bandages to heartburn medicine to whatever I could think, polysporin, all that kind of first aid type things you might need.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have a chance to put that here to show you, but yeah, that's a good one for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount we bring would fill up this whole screen right here.
No.
We're prepared for anything.
Try to be but even like this time, like I said, I have that bag and we got to Vancouver and I realized, oh, I need something out of that bag that I didn't have. So we were lucky enough that we were in Vancouver the day before and went to a drugstore again. Yeah.
Jack is here. He says he's late.
Hi.
That's too bad. That $1 million giveaway at the very beginning of the show you missed. Good to see you, Jack. You haven't missed much. We haven't talked.
No.
We've just talked and talked.
Mm.
And S&J are here.
Hello. From the UK, Jill and Simon. Nice to see you.
And Jack is here again. He's from Milford. He is on the sea.
In Hampshire.
Oh, he's in Hampshire. Okay.
Not
Good.
New Hampshire.
Yeah, I was thinking
Hampshire.
Yeah. The original Hampshire.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure we're saying that wrong too.
Ah.
I think that's how you say Hampshire.
Yeah.
Hampshire?
Oh.
The Shires are big.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
No, we're so bad at pronouncing names and places. I'm sorry, guys.
And Michelle is here from
Lake Nipissing. Almost our neighbor.
Yeah, we were closer to there this morning when we woke
absolutely.
up. That's the direction we just came from.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Denise is here from Alberta.
Oh.
Fall in the air.
Oh, really?
So-
Oh, no.
So that's funny that Oregon and BC are like hot, and
Yeah.
Alberta's feeling the hint of fall coming. Yeah.
It's too soon. Too soon.
Northwest of England, close to Manchester.
Mhm.
Yvonne is here.
Nice.
Yeah, she likes the new time as
Can you
well.
turn up the.
Well, you ran out of people again.
I ran out of.
What do you do to all your
comments.
people? My people are always over in that screen.
All right.
Yeah. And
That's what happens when you have to make the font really big for my old lady eyes to see.
close to Manchester. So that would be where we want to go to watch them, where they film Coronation Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get to do that one time we go over. Yeah.
I get teased a lot because I watch Coronation Street every day. Everyone and my great grandmother got me on it when I was 15 years old, and I was spending a few weeks at her house. She was watching it, and I've pretty much watched it ever since, with the exception of a break a few years in between there. But
Yeah. But don't tell us what's going on right now,
yeah.
because in Canada, Coronation Street is like a month or two behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I think the real King's coronation just happened recently.
In Coronation
That's where
Street
we
for
are,
us.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and Tony, can you reserve a cabana before your cruise on Holland America?
Yes.
Yes and no.
You can reserve a cabana if you want to book it for the whole length of your cruise. You can pre-reserve it for that point, and you'll pay a flat rate for the whole length of your cruise. If you only want it for one day here or there, then you have to do that when you're on board. But note to be wary about is if you're thinking you only want it for 1 or 2 days, there might be a chance that there will be none available, because on especially hot port places, they're usually booked out months before your sailing date. So yeah, we usually book it as soon as we book our cabin. We call them book our cabana.
Yeah, and we can get the phone number for that if you don't know what it is. So there's a special. That's not just like where you book the cruise; it's a different number than that.
Yeah, you have to call a 1-800 number and do it.
Peter says that you can drive from the Netherlands to Germany to Luxembourg and France possibly in 3 hours.
Oh wow!
But the problem is we like some of those spots so much we can never just drive through them.
Yeah, I know.
We'd be
For
taking
sure.
detours for sure.
Yeah.
Bruce and Tony aren't going to give up
There's
your
no way
seats.
they're giving up their cruise spot.
Yeah, and for
But
Jack,
they have optimistic plans to vlog the trip for our YouTube channel. There you go.
Yeah, and for Jack that's joining us late, earlier on, Bruce and Tony said they're going in 3 days on a cruise.
Yeah.
They were going to let us go in their place, but they've changed their minds. So join us.
Yeah, no, I don't think that was the case.
It's worth a try. Hi from Southern Ontario from Ashley.
Hi.
And Brenda is here from Dartmouth. She's also, she's awaiting
More
rain,
rain.
so that's kind of my fear.
Waiting more rain again.
Holy moly. And Stray Dog Fanatic, used to be Southwest Florida Bulldog,
Yeah.
is back from a 20-day, 4-country road trip through the Balkans.
Okay.
Gas was $6 to $8, so that's close to what it is in Canada.
Yeah, that's around our price.
And taking a break from cruising, just booked the reverse Virgin later this year.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Exciting.
wow. Do you like IKEA?
Oh, stop. You can't be saying stuff like that. You've never been on a Virgin
It's true.
cruise.
It's just my perception.
Every time he looks at the vlogs of other people that have done it or pictures of it, he thinks it looks like a bedroom that furnished with IKEA furniture.
Yeah. A lot of people like that stuff. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just, that's an observation. And Barry is here from rainy Scotland.
Oh, hello.
Yes. Yes. We like rainy Scotland.
Mhm.
It rained for us in Scotland.
Yes, it did.
And here we got Holyhead is pronounced
Holyhead.
Holyhead.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll never get that wrong from this point on. Okay.
We can't guarantee that, but it's Holyhead.
Holyhead.
Okay.
Which is right across from, I believe, the Irish Sea from Johnny and Will that are in Ireland.
Oh.
That's who's up next here.
Oh.
From Northern Ireland. Well, so it's
Northern
kind of
Hi,
way
guys.
up there. They're closer to Scotland, I guess, than Holyhead. Sorry, I'm getting into my geography now.
Oh man. Okay.
Hi, Johnny Will. I'm happy you can join us again. 2 weeks in a row. That's amazing. And Stephen is here. Fuel 70 to 80 pounds for a full tank of fuel.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing the math with our Canadian dollar, that's like running about $120, $130
yeah,
for a tank of fuel. In what kind of a vehicle, I guess?
Yeah, right.
Well, I guess you don't have pickup trucks like they do over here. So
yeah,
it probably wouldn't be a pickup truck. Yeah.
No. You want to scroll my screen?
Scroll your screen. I could do that. I don't know where we at.
Stop. Thank you.
I stopped, and Shelly's up next.
Please say cooler weather to us in Texas. Well, you can have what we're having today. It's not too hot here. Yeah.
Claire added some perspective for me. She was saying that it's back, the ukulele intro.
Oh, right. Yes.
So if you watched our latest vlog, you noticed that it wasn't there in the beginning. And there's a reason. I was doing the editing, and I thought it seemed so disjointed to go from like some nice harmonica music with some Alaska scenery and also go into the Caribbean ukulele music. So I thought I'd just take it out and see if anybody notices.
But I believe it was Claire that messaged when it first came out in the, was it Juno vlog? That she said, oh, thank goodness she changed that music. I don't like that intro.
She didn't say that.
Well, something along that lines.
Said she liked the new intro, I think.
Yeah. No, there was someone that said, I'm not sure, Claire, if it was you. So I don't want to blame you, but there was someone that did say that they didn't like it. And I thought that's funny because I've been thinking that myself. So I finally have someone on my side. I've been after them for quite a few months to change the intro.
Lori is in Southern Ontario, leaving Friday for London to go on the Pride to Iceland in the UK.
Nice.
Yes.
Iceland. Nice. We didn't do that route when we were on it.
No, we didn't go that far north. No, that's for sure.
But I think it did do that last year. It was just after we had gone off of it.
Bruce and Tony said there might be a spare suite
cabin,
on the Oceania Regatta. Must be the name of the ship they're going on. Yeah, we'd love to join too.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not sure we get back in time for MSC cruise though.
Oh
no. And Twyla is here from Waterloo, St. Jacobs.
Nice.
And hot Raleigh, North Carolina, I believe is where Raleigh is.
Okay.
From Boss.
Really hot.
Really hot. AJ is here. Adventures from South Coast, 100 miles west of Dover.
Just booked MSC. Your how do you say that one?
Eurabia
for maybe? December to do the Christmas markets, including Hamburg, Germany. I would love to do that one time too. That sounds like a great itinerary to do the Christmas markets through Europe. Yeah, for sure.
And Keith is here. Loves your vlogs. Watch the whole Morella Discovery whale, and going on it in 2 weeks.
Oh, exciting, Keith! Have a great time.
How long much fun. Is a fortnight?
2 weeks, I believe.
Or is it 1 week?
No.
7 days?
14 days, I believe.
Fortnight? Yeah, 14. Fortnight? That makes sense.
Yes, I believe it's 14.
Ooh, we got some trivia tonight, too.
Oh,
there you go. And Febreze is something else that, Captain Ahab
little
says.
Febreze. Sorry, I'm trying to read this tiny screen because you're not scrolling on mine.
Okay, we carry a little Febreze. Placed in the cabin in the head.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And Rose feels your pain.
Oh, thank you, Rose. I feel like it is like when I talk to other female friends that are doing the sort of trying to lose weight and their husbands too, we always sort of complain. It seems that once men decide to try, they're able to get it off a lot easier than women. Thank you. It is annoying for sure.
Cruise of the Amber is here from the UK. No, not Alabama. Birmingham, UK. Paul and Carol brought her here. Wow. Did they pick you up?
Thanks for joining us. We've been watching some of your adventures too.
The Marks are here. They were at the grocery store. They cut it short so they can get back to the live.
Oh, thank you.
So that's the opposite of us. We were almost late getting to our own live because I was in the grocery store before we were driving here. So I can get lost in the grocery store. It's my favorite spot.
Oh man. If you want to spend a couple hours of quality time with Mr. Kniff, go grocery shopping with him. Yeah. Yeah. We have two different ways of doing grocery shopping. It's definitely not conducive together because he's still in the first aisle and I'm at the end ready to check out.
And Greg says that watch bands for princess medallions are good. Also picked up egg tags for luggage, a luggage scale, ship holder tags. He's stealing some of our stuff.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny though, because we had talked about showing our air tags and I don't think we put them in front of us, did we? You don't have them in front of you. That is a good one though. Yeah. So we were right. Kylie said fortnight is 2 weeks, 14 days.
Right there.
Keith is saying it. Yeah.
Steve says gas prices $3.67
in Denver.
And Kylie says 14, 2 weeks. Yes.
Yeah.
And Shelly has a question, I think. Because you wear glasses, do you bring spares?
Spare
Yes.
glasses for sure.
I bring actually 2 spare like normal glasses like this. I don't think I bring spare sunglasses.
Really?
Yeah.
You just have the one pair prescription sunglasses?
I think
that
so.
You wear?
Yeah, I think that's the way it works. So yes, I do. We have brought them on literally dozens of cruises, and every time they get thrown in the suitcase, just in case. I think one time I had actually used spare glasses. There was one time. So that one time you don't want to go the rest of the cruise and not be able to see anything. So
yeah, there was one time that the pair he was wearing did have a little malfunction and needed to get repaired, so he was able to use spare ones.
Dawn says pop-up laundry bags are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Shoe hangers, magnets,
Mm-hmm.
emotion light for the bathroom at night.
Oh, there you go.
And we're almost to the end of these, so we can get to some of our things.
Okay.
And Southwest Florida Bulldog. Sorry, I just didn't want to use that name.
Now we're going to change it to Stray Dog.
Stray Dog Fanatic.
Fanatic.
Doesn't flow as nice off my tongue.
Oh, really?
Love their first MSC cruise. Very disappointed in the service on the second one on the same ship. Hopefully it's sorted out. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, hard to find prettier ships. And
well, that's it. It's very attractive when you look at the ships for sure. They're beautiful looking. So I'm excited for that.
And Lori says she takes Ziploc bags to take snacks off the ship.
Oh.
So we won't have a chance to eat on shore. Yeah.
Nice.
The only thing is like a lot of times they're saying you can't bring food off the ship. So, yeah.
It's getting harder and harder.
Yeah, getting harder to get that in. Yeah.
Plastic. Oh, sorry. I'm reading ahead.
That's okay. You can read
Mary's saying plastic bin liners to cover your clothes in case it rains. Yeah, for sure. That's a good one too.
So we'll come back to the comments in a second and see what new ideas you have. We'll show you a few of ours now.
All right.
And I'm going to get rid of the comments.
Okay.
I'll throw up this fancy banner.
Want me to start?
You can start, yeah, since you have more things than me for some reason.
Well, actually, if I brought all of them, we'd be here for a couple-hour live. But this is the first thing I was going to show everybody. And if you've watched in the vlogs, you've probably seen me using this.
It's backwards.
It's a oldie but a goodie. This was a gift given to me from a friend years ago, and it is meant for when you're out on an excursion to put your wet bathing suit in if you're changing, and it doesn't.
What does it say right there?
Well, it says bikini.
That's where she puts her bikinis.
Yeah, whatever. But here's the other thing that I love about it. So it is nice because I do not like, there's lots of times that you've gone swimming and then you want to go shopping or whatever. So having this is really nice. If there's a change room, I can change into my clothes and not have a wet bathing suit while I'm shopping in the Caribbean. But the main thing that I really use this for is not what it's meant for, it doubles as a cooler bag for us. So if we're going off and going snorkeling in the morning, I usually fill this up with 3 cans of water from the ship. And I put it in this and it seals it in and acts like a cool thermos travel bag because it's all lined and it's got that same sort of inside that you would have in a cooler bag. So it's a dual purpose thing for me. It's always in my backpack when we go snorkeling because I will have it full of cold water in the morning when we leave the ship. And then when we come back, it's full of our wet bathing suits. So that's one of probably my favorite things that I have, and I've seen them sold in gift shops on cruise lines for years later and that, but I've had that thing for probably 10, 12 years, and it's great. Mm-hmm.
That's your first thing. My first thing is much more boring than a bikini bag, unfortunately. Okay. You can't even put my thing in a bikini bag. It makes no sense. But my first thing is going to be this thing right here. See this thing? This is one of the handiest things in a cruise ship because there's often just one plug. If you're lucky, there's a couple. Yeah. And if you're lucky, there's some USB ports on some of the newer ships, but a lot of them aren't. So this does everything. This gives us like 3 plugins, 3 USB ports. We can plug all our phones in here. We can plug computers, hair dryers, everything you want in there.
Straightener and curling iron is usually what
Yeah.
I use it for.
So yeah, that's my first thing. It's just a very small, simple thing, but it makes life much better. And we actually use this everywhere. We go to see family. Like this weekend, we just went away to see family. I brought this with me because I didn't know in the bedroom they had whether or not there'd be multiple plugs or if it'd be able to plug in a USB. So this is what that is.
Put that in and charge our phones at night while we're sleeping. It works great.
That right there. That's what it looks like, people. Okay.
All right.
What's your next thing?
My next thing is probably what a lot of people, if you've watched our vlogs, have seen me using and love, and we've talked about a lot. And this is my little travel floaty tube that I take into the ocean with me. So that's been something that we purchased on Amazon many, many years ago now, but it has held up. We've had it for years. It's gone on many, many cruises. And yeah, that's a great, easy. It fits in very tiny in your suitcase, and yet it gives you a nice way to spend a whole long day at the beach just floating around.
Trying to look for my next thing.
Oh, okay.
My next thing's big.
Oh.
Yep. Next thing is this.
Hmm.
Now,
Hopefully
hopefully
go back up.
you can see it's luggage, right? But it's a specific type of luggage. And there's a whole story behind this luggage for us.
Well, I kind of have one too.
Yeah, she has
Show
one
mine?
too. That's her luggage too. Same thing. So it's called level 8 luggage.
Hmm.
And so what happened is, I don't know, many months ago in the spring, we had kind of this random email from the company level 8.
Before you get into that, I just want to give
Backstory.
a little backstory. So, if you followed us for the last year or so, you know that when we went to Europe, we broke a suitcase. When we went on our next cruise to California, our brand new suitcase that I had bought to replace the one from the summer, first time using it, it came down the luggage carousel and a wheel was missing. So anyways,
we had hard cases that had holes punched in them. We had a whole bunch of suitcase problems in the last couple of years.
and people have asked me for a long time, what's your strategy with luggage? And it's literally been to go to TJ Maxx and just buy whatever the cheapest is because I felt like I was going through them all the time.
Yeah,
So
we
anyways,
literally just went and bought the cheapest luggage, knowing it was going to get destroyed, and we didn't care what we paid because as long as it got us to the cruise and back, hopefully it didn't.
but when I had to replace them after every trip for a while, I was like, okay, something's got to give.
Yeah. So then kind of randomly in the middle of all this, we had this level 8 reached out to us and said, hey, we like your content. Would you like to give our suitcases a try?
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, it looks, we went and looked at it and it's like hard luggage. And we hadn't had any luck with hard luggage. And we're like, no, I'm not sure.
I think we want to do this.
But finally, we were like, well, let's see. But then we told them, they wanted to know if their luggage would appear in our videos. And we said, yeah, but we can't. We haven't tried it before. We don't know what it's like. It might fall apart. It might be no good. In fact, they shipped it to us. We looked at it and thought, I'm not sure. It looked like luggage we've had before.
Yeah.
So we were kind of on the fence about level 8 luggage at first.
Yeah.
But then now we've used it for 2 cruises.
And we absolutely love it. It's been wonderful. Yeah.
Up until that point, I would have argued that luggage does not matter. It's just whatever. It carries your clothes there back and forth. It doesn't need to be pretty or it can be stained or marked up. It doesn't matter.
Well, actually, for me, I've always thought the strategy is nobody's going to try to steal my luggage if I have an old looking suitcase, right?
Yeah. What I like about these suitcases, especially with us carrying, because as you know, we carry a ton of luggage sometimes. Sometimes we have 2 checked bags that are 50 pounds. We have carry-on bags, backpacks. Like we're carrying like hundreds of pounds of stuff. And the wheels, I don't know what they've done with the wheels on these luggage, but you can walk around through an airport with like your baby finger and wheel this thing through the airport, and it's like no effort at all.
I think what it is because where all 4 wheels are, there's double wheels, so they have 8 wheels. We don't know. We're not, but we just know that it's probably the easiest we've had to maneuver luggage.
Yeah.
Is with this.
The last trip we went on, we didn't have enough of this luggage to carry everything we wanted to Alaska, and so we had one that wasn't level 8. And we were fighting over who was going to get the bad one versus the good luggage. So luggage never mattered to us. Now it's like so much easier. So that's become one of our favorite things. And that was something we never even expected. We thought luggage was an afterthought, and we didn't understand why anybody would spend money on luggage when it just gets destroyed. But so far so good. It's worked really good. We've been really impressed. So that's kind of one of those things that we're like, yeah, we're happy that they offered to let us use it because we probably would have never tried unless that opportunity would have came up. So,
yeah, it's true.
So.
All right. And the next thing that I want to show is something that I'm sure maybe a lot of people have, but it's still one of my favorite things. Again, Caribbean cruises. These are our towel clips that I take with us to the beach. And not only to the beach, but I also use them right on the pool deck on the cruise ship. So just to leave your towel there and not have to worry about it blowing away on you. You know, $3. I think they even sell them at the dollar store now, but I think I paid $3 for mine at Walmart years ago. So that's one of my other favorite things that always gets packed in with my other beach gear.
What's my next thing? Oh, my next thing is very important. This is something you can't forget going on a cruise, because you never know what you're going to get, especially on a new cruise line, as far as what there is to eat, right? So you need snacks for the cabin, right?
So are you serious that we bring muffins and you bring your own food on a cruise ship with an all-inclusive food?
Yeah. At least I know.
This has been a debate we've had for many years, and maybe you guys can comment on this. How many of you bring snacks? Because he's always trying to sneak snacks into my luggage, my backpack or something, because he wants to have candy or some sort of, so I know a lot of you know that he's like wine gums or something he always wants to bring on a cruise ship. Chocolate. But I always make fun of him. You're on a ship where you can go anywhere and get food. Like, you don't need to be bringing food.
Yeah, but those little snackies in the room, the things that are missing on a cruise ship.
Well, we disagree on this one.
A funny part is we went to Morella for kind of the all-included experience, and we kept seeing these tiny little personal bags of chips behind the bar. I was like, well, that'd be perfect. That's the type of stuff that usually you don't get on a cruise ship. So I thought, oh, well, a bag of chips, and there was a cost for it, which kind of I thought was really funny. Like, the $3 beer was free, but the bag of chips was
the dollar chips.
Yeah. So it's like kind of those snacky things. I always kind of, especially when you're on the airplane, we fly to our cruises, so they're handy on the airplane. You never know what service you're going to get there.
Right.
So that's my excuse for ship snacks. What's your next thing?
Okay, my next thing is something we've talked about before, and this is the one that we've had some comments about, and this is the new American Express card that we just got this year. So again,
the Platinum American Express.
This is a Platinum American Express. Let me just show you here. This is what it comes like in this little box like that. And so for us, when I was looking at leaving my full-time job, we were going to lose some of our travel benefits, and so we looked at our current credit card that we had, and it did have some travel benefits insurance, I should say, in case you get sick or in case of trip interruptions and all of those sort of things. But then we sort of saw that American Express really sort of supplemented and did a much better job with that, and so that's why we went with that. And it's just been a whole different way of traveling, because with that card you get access into the lounges in all the airports, so that just sort of elevated the traveling experience for us. So it's one of my favorite things we have now.
Yeah, I didn't get it for the insurance. Yeah, I got it for the lounge snacks.
Lounge snacks. He's going back to the snacks. I should have known.
You can go to the lounges, and there's all kinds of buffets of food. There's snacks. There's even bags of chips that I couldn't get on Umbrella. There is all kinds of stuff. And so the use of the lounges, when you figure out what they charge for the lounges, first of all, it's really hard to get into them. But if you can get into them, a lot of people have to pay for them per usage. Yeah. We've already got our money's worth out of what it costs to get that card. So it's not cheap to get it. But it has been really helpful for that. And also we've had access to like gold level at some hotel chains, so that way we can have rooms upgraded or get it early check-in, getting off a cruise and wanting to go to a hotel and you can't wait till 4 p.m. after you got off at 9 a.m. Yeah, we know that pain is
when you have that upper level, which this card gives you. They make sure they get you into your room, and like Jerry said, there's been many a times that we've just booked a regular room and they were able to upgrade us into a mini suite or a suite if they had them not booked. So that's been nice too. So yeah, we've been really enjoying the American Express card. But there is a hefty fee. So unless you travel frequently a year,
three or four times a year. Yeah. You have to be flying 3 or 4 times.
If you're doing one cruise a year, I don't think it would be financially beneficial for you. You need to be traveling multiple times, in my opinion. What's your next one?
My next one is a good one. Trust me, especially if you're traveling outside of the country you live in. And that one is... This is an example of one. This is our SIM card that we used in Europe last summer. Yes. So a SIM card is like you take out your card that you have in your cell phone, you put one of these in, and you can buy a plan for wherever you're going to in the world that'll be much less expensive than just using your phone and getting charged extra fees.
So we did 5 weeks in Europe last year. We bought that, and what it did was we took out the SIM card in my phone, and it all of a sudden appeared like I had a phone based out of Paris or out of France. It was a France phone number that my phone used, but that allowed us to use the phone for anything we needed with like huge amount of data. We never used all of the data or any of that, all kinds of stuff. And it was just way more affordable than if we were just to turn on our phone in another country and get all those fees.
Yeah, it was amazing. We bought a whole bunch of data. It even says right on it says 20 gigabytes we could use for the 5 weeks. We barely made a dent. We used it all the time in port for navigating through the streets. Mm-hmm. We used it for texting, calling for a taxi when we were in Holyhead. Mm-hmm. And so it was very valuable to us, and we did it again. Actually, I was going to say we would definitely do it again. We did it again when we traveled on the Morella ship, and we were all through Florida. We bought one for the United States so that our Canadian cell phones would work there for relatively inexpensive. Absolutely. And again, we had unlimited data, all this stuff.
So. We did it at Christmas and New Year's when we were in California too, and cruised into Mexico.
Yeah, we went when that was good for all of North America. So so SIM cards are really, really good, and I definitely advise you that. I know some plans you can charge a certain amount per day with your current plan to get coverage out of country, but it was much less money to do it this way is what we found. Mm-hmm. The only thing is your normal phone number won't work. I do caution. Right. They will give you a new phone number for the country you're in. So if you want someone from home to contact you, they need to know what your new contact information is.
Which is easy enough to do. I sort of gave a heads up to my mother and immediate family that, you're going to be receiving a text from me with my new number, and I'll text you and say, hi, it's Jill. Yeah. Just so they know and they can get a hold of me if they need it to.
Yeah. And something else I've been kind of looking at, and I see a comment just came in about it, that there is also the possibility of doing a digital SIM card, so you don't physically have to do putting them into your phone.
Oh, really?
So I've been kind of just doing some research on that, possibly for upcoming trips, maybe even to Europe this year. So so if we might have more information on that as we go forward too.
We haven't tried it that way.
Definitely we like that, and that might be a Canadian thing because our cell network plans are
really expensive.
Some of the worst in the world in Canada, and they don't work outside of Canada at all without huge fees.
I think it was in the top 3 of the most expensive country to have a cell phone is Canada, unfortunately. And here's the last thing that we have been using for years that we love. And this, I don't know how well it's going to show up in camera because it's see-through. Let me put my hand inside of it, maybe. Anyways, this is a luggage take for cruise boarding takes. And we travel with these so that you don't have to worry about stapling on your luggage tag the morning of getting on a cruise after you've flown or whatever. I just pop the luggage tags right into that and put it in our suitcase, and away we go.
Yeah, you don't worry about getting ripped off. It doesn't care if it's raining, everything else.
That's right.
We use that a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So I think that's most of it. We have a whole bunch of more things we use, but we just tried to grab a few of them so we'd have time to talk to all of you about
what you like to use.
And just wanted to say thank you to Kylie. I see that she just joined our Patreon. So
thank you,
so
Kylie.
I just saw that live, my phone pop up, so I thought I'd say thanks to Kylie.
Oh wow. That's wonderful.
So we'll see what you have to say.
Let's go to some of the comments of what your favorite things are to bring and your travel things. Right up here, Jill and Simon, I think, started it off with the bikini.
Yep. Let me see if I can find it over here.
Wet bikini bag. Not seen a wet bikini bag in the shops in the UK like it. So I know you can get them on Amazon. At least I saw them there once before. Jerry's going to see if he can get a link for the stuff that we showed you. But I know they do sell them on all the cruise ships when you're on a Caribbean destination. I don't know if other ones, but I know Princess has sold them. Holland America has sold them. I've seen them on quite a few. But when I first got it, I thought, this is kind of a neat little thing. I don't know how much I'll use it. And it's one of the things that I love the most, that I make sure I always have with me.
Yep. And Captain Ahab also brings theirs as well. Their bikini bags. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Jill and Simon pack English tea bags. Yeah, Jerry's going to have to do that a little bit because he likes to have the same type of tea bags as English people. And it's hard to get it on some of the cruise ships, isn't it? So PG tips. For us, it's Red Rose that he often buys at home, or Tetley. And sometimes you have to really hunt for that. They're not too picky.
Yeah.
No. What I do find on a lot of cruise lines, especially out of North America, specifically, is you ask for tea and they want to bring you flavored teas, and you just say black tea and they're very confused, which is odd to me because black tea is the original mainstream tea, but they bring you boxes of all kinds of colors of all these different teas.
Fancy teas.
And I don't want fancy tea. I just want a black tea, like a PG tips, right? So
Yeah.
it's a little bit frustrating sometimes. Whereas on a British line like Morello, they're bringing you tea in the truest sense. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And Captain Ahab brings white tissue paper
to line suitcase, wrap shoes, and place in drawers on ship and dispose at the end. Wow, that's a great idea. I've never thought of that. Tissue paper with that. Wow.
Mary says that Level 8 luggage was a little bit more expensive than other, and it is a little more expensive. Definitely, the stuff that we bought at TJ Maxx, it was definitely more money than that, but it was also less money than some luggage we've seen relatives buy.
Yeah.
So it was kind of up, but it kind of came back to me. I was, like I said, a skeptic, and I'm like, well, you kind of get what you pay for is what we've learned the hard way. That
they do have a lifetime warranty with them too, which is really nice.
Yeah. And Greg is saying, what are our thoughts on wanting to buy a drink package? Will you purchase the Princess Plus on your upcoming group cruise?
Yes, we do have it for the upcoming group cruise, but we don't have it for the 22 days in the Mediterranean. So general rule of thumb for us is if we're going on a 7-day cruise, yes, we'll have it for a 7-day cruise. 14 days are kind of iffy whether we will do it for that. So for instance, last year when we did Europe in 5 weeks, we had it for 2 out of the 5 weeks. So yeah, we just feel like it's when you're doing a 7-day cruise, yeah, you're socializing, especially when you're there with a group of people too. That I would say that we've often not done it when it's just been the 2 of us cruising. But if we're cruising with friends and family and you're going to be, hanging out in pubs and bars on the cruise ship a little bit more, then you kind of feel like you want it. But we're, I don't know, the older we get, the more we're debating, do we want to have it all the time, right? And so we're getting it less and less than what we ever have.
And with the Princess Plus, it's a little more complicated because there's other perks that add value to it. So you're trying to weigh it out of, if you only get 1 or 2 drinks a day and don't abuse it, it still might be worth the expense. That's kind of the debate we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the cruise line. Like when you're talking just straight drink package, then we tend to not do it. But like Princess and Holland America, where they include tips in it and they include other things like Holland America, it includes a night in the specialty dining. It includes $100 on an excursion credit. So then it seems, more affordable and makes it more worthwhile than just buying, say, going on a Royal Caribbean or a Carnival and paying straight out for a drink package.
Exactly. When it's grouped together with other things, and sometimes it's worth it to get it even if you're not a big drinker. Mm-hmm. My problem is I'm just not mature enough or evolved enough yet to not think that I have the drink package. I have to get my money's worth and have 5 or 6 drinks a day. If I can get past that, then probably be a lot healthier to still get the drink package.
Have 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah, so we're still navigating.
But we have had days where it's just been 1 or 2, but not too many, unfortunately.
Brenda says that ginger tea bags for upset tummy.
That's a good idea. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. And Dawn bought floaties but couldn't get air in hers.
Oh, had to buy a mini pump to help me put air in it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Dawn's not as full of hot air as you are.
Thanks.
Flip flops in the shower.
Oh, and can also use them on the beach. Nice idea.
And
Sabine says we always have 4 checked bags because we're not allowed to bring the huge bags like the Americans have. Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we check a lot of luggage. We don't travel light.
Bruce and Tony do not bring snacks.
No snacks, but we do take protein bars in case we need them for travel to the cruise. Okay, yeah.
In case we need them.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll just share my snacks on the group cruise with Bruce and Tony then.
Wine gums for everybody. You bringing wine gums?
Not Bruce and Tony.
Oh, I see.
That's what they're saying.
Oh.
And Wanda and Paul, they're trying to get in their good books with some snacks.
They bring a few snacks. There you go.
And Shelly brings snacks, but for the plane.
Yes. However, on board ship, the dry sweet cereals make a good free snack.
Yeah,
True.
We've seen
We've
people
done
do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Peter just bought
up my side.
Oh, sorry. Peter just bought a suitcase with 1 big wheel. I almost want to see what that looks like, Peter.
Wow.
That sounds interesting. Do you see his comment?
There.
Yep.
1 big wheel, biggish wheel, and it rolls perfectly and has a lifetime guarantee, but the cost was high, I guess, is what I'm seeing with that many dollars.
We're kind of learning that, some of the luggage
Mhm.
that we've avoided in the past. There is benefits to it. We used to think it was a throwaway item, to tell you the truth, but we're evolving, at least in that area of
Well, I
our.
guess when you're cruising as often as we are now, like I guess we didn't go through them as much
I
as
guess
we
so.
did.
Yeah,
That's the other thing.
We're wearing them out now.
Yeah.
And Captain Ahab says they bring flashlights.
And sensor lights for the bathroom and cabin so we don't bang our feet when you're going to the bathroom during the night.
Your
and
story
now
is?
wake each other up.
What's your story with that?
I don't know. What's my story about that?
Holland America.
Oh,
I don't know if it's just inside cabins or all cabins. Do you know? At least our inside cabin in Holland America, if you walked towards the bathroom in the middle of the night, a little footlight came on under the bathroom door so you could see where the door was to get into the bathroom in the middle of the night.
well, yeah. It's not. I'm just trying to think. I know it. He's absolutely right. That would happen on the conning stand, but I know that it happened on New Stodendam too. I'm trying to think if it happened on New Amsterdam when we had the balcony room.
No.
New Stodendam, it definitely happened, and we had a window in that room. But yeah, so that was really nice. Actually, you would get up and walk towards the bathroom, and just as you're approaching it, there would be sort of like the lights that you see on airplanes. Like I've never seen light up, thankfully, but they have like little strips like that sort of guide you towards the bathroom door in the cabin. So it's a really neat feature.
Peter says he's a girl.
What? Where are you reading? It's hard for me to lose weight. I must be a girl then. Yeah.
And digital SIM code. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that you can get a digital SIM instead of a physical SIM. So yeah, we haven't gone that fancy yet, but we're heading in that direction. I think that we plan.
Okay.
And thanks, Middleton Family Adventures.
Oh, thank you.
Been binge watching.
Oh, that's great.
How big of a screen Mrs. Canuck always wants to know? She likes to be up on like a 60-inch screen.
No, I don't. I much prefer this size of a screen. Yeah.
Dawn says she takes a portable power pack. She's from the UK, and we have one of those that we have too. It's got a little solar panel on it and everything else. So we're usually at beach destinations. So although we've never actually used it for that purpose yet, we've never actually had to put out the solar part of it. But in case we get lost in the jungle one day, we have that.
There you go.
We are safe. A portable power pack. Oh, that's Dawn. It's just the same one.
Yeah.
Johnny and Will.
They use the same luggage tags as we are. Yeah, we have. Yeah, they're very useful. I think they're one of the smartest things we bought.
Yeah.
I much prefer them. Prior to that, I used to have this little travel size stapler that I always had in my purse. And sometimes it worked great and sometimes it didn't. And of course, sometimes the luggage tags got rained on. And so this was a much easier solution. What?
You used to carry a stapler.
I did. I have the little tiny purple stapler that I bought at the dollar store years ago so that I would be able to staple the luggage tags on.
I've never carried like a hole punch or anything on a trip, so that's just a you thing.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I used to have the stapler and, of course, the highlighter to highlight the pages on the program of stuff I wanted to do on the cruise ship.
Captain Ahab brings Ziploc baggies to put wet things in.
Yeah.
It's funny because I usually carry, like, if I think of it, I grab a couple of shopping bags, plastic shopping bags and stuff in my backpack.
Harder for them to get them now. You don't get shopping bags anymore.
Because it's the same idea, but in a kind of reverse sense that I'm trying to keep stuff that I need to stay dry. If it starts raining somewhere and I don't want the camera equipment to get wet, I can wrap it in a plastic bag, stuff it in the backpack. I know it's going to be dry.
Ziploc baggies. I bring anywhere from like snack size right up to really large ones for certain things like camera gear and stuff like that, for sure.
Mary wants to know a little bit more about Patreon.
Oh, okay.
Patreon is a subscription service. A lot of vloggers, entertainers, musicians, artists use it for kind of like a crowdfunding to help support channels. And with that, usually there's like additional benefits and access to different type of things. So we've been experimenting with that. And it also with us gives access to our Discord server that we've had a whole bunch of people on and talking specifically kind of real time, like texting back and forth between us and them. And so if you check that out, I think it's patreon.com. We'll put the link /Cruising Canucks, but we put that link. We'll include it below as well today. It might already be there, but I'll check later on.
Okay.
So that's what Patreon is. And the Middleton family. Your screen again.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
And Middleton family says battery pack for phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
A USB fan, says Scott.
Yes, Scott, I need to get one. I have just an old school battery operated hand one, but I need a USB fan, and I've been looking at them online. That's probably going to be my next Amazon purchase. Carol has one, and when we were cruising with Paul and Carol, in certain rooms she would put that on and I'm like, I got to get one of those. I've been saying it for months. I just haven't ordered it yet, but I have to do that for sure.
And Kylie Sadler.
Well-stocked first aid kit for sure. That's one of the things I look at every time before we go, is to make sure that all the little medicines and bandages and stuff like that. You never know what's going to happen.
Don says to ask for breakfast tea.
Breakfast tea?
So they've tried bringing me that too, and I say black, but I don't know, for some reason for me that doesn't taste the same as like PG tips. So maybe British folks can weigh in on that. But yeah, breakfast tea is still seen. It's like an Earl Grey kind of, right? It's kind of a black tea, but has a different flavor to it. I don't know. I'm not a tea expert by any means. Just I just know what my tongue says to me. So yeah, it's kind of funny. My tongue does say things. Clever today.
He's on it today, guys.
I kill myself sometimes.
Oh man.
And Stray Dog Fanatics. Yeah, I got it right that time.
And there you go. I always bring some motion sickness pills. The off-brand 100 for like $4. I take one each morning and a second one if there's going to be a smaller boat excursion. Excuse me.
Wonderful.
I don't need them when I'm cruising, but I feel the motion when I get off. And when I was talking about that on a live a few weeks ago, a bunch of people mentioned that I should just try taking them when I get off the ship to prevent that. So I think I'm going to try that on our next cruise. I have some in my cosmetic bag or our medicine bag all the time, just in case Mr. Canuck needs some. But I think I'm going to try taking them myself when I get off.
And you're going on a smaller boat excursion. We're going to talk more about that next week. About our group cruise.
Oh,
just a tease.
Sometimes he says things I have no idea what he's talking about. There you go.
I usually do, so it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Lipton is another possibility of translation to use for regular tea. So.
Yes, you have been given that in the past before too.
Yeah. The stuff they threw in the ocean at the Boston Tea Party, I should say. I don't know what that means.
Scroll. My screen.
Johnny and Will are trying to talk to you, but you can't see them on your screen.
They're missed.
They're missed. They're somewhere
there
up there.
There we go. Stop. We always take a small battery operated alarm clock and set it to ship time, as sometimes we have been confused when visiting other countries whether our phones have been updated or not. Really, really good idea. And you know what? We had one years ago.
We lost it.
I think I must have left it on a ship because we used it for like 3 or 4 cruises. I have searched the whole house for it multiple times. And it's one of those things I keep saying I need to replace and always forget to do it. But you're right.
Stocking stuffer for Mrs. Canuck this year.
Yeah, write that down. Somebody remind him on around the 24th of December to go and buy me one because he won't do his shopping before then. So the 24th of December, you can tell him I would like a fan, a USB fan, and an alarm clock, a travel alarm clock.
Hanging closet organizer for princess closets.
Oh, that's a great idea. Never thought of that because then you could hang. Yeah, that's a really good idea. There's so much space there.
Carol says she booked a cabana for the duration of her March-April 2024. Wanted to make sure they had one, so that's the right approach to take for sure. Motionese is the name of the seasickness that Scott takes.
Okay.
And the Zandam, Twyla says the door must have lit up for her bathroom as well.
So there you go. So I think it might be all Holland America ships.
Kylie says night light. Yeah, how convenient. Yeah, it's kind of
it's very convenient.
The first couple of times it happened, I was kind of confused. I thought maybe someone hit a switch or Mrs. Canuck got up and turned the light on to go, but then I realized it was doing it automatically. So it's kind of neat. Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
And Caribbean Princess says sensor lights near the main closet under each night table. I don't remember that.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's only been a year.
It's been a year.
But yeah, I don't remember that. But yeah. And we're hearing that the Eurodam has it. So it must be a common thing on,
Scroll my screen.
Scroll your screen. Stray Dog Fanatic says they brought a US-powered fan and was very glad they did. And Ron Fisher says, better late than never.
Hi.
Another person that missed the $1 million giveaway.
See, Dawn was with me. She used to carry a mini stapler as well. See, that's a thing.
Did Mike bring a hole punch?
Stop.
And the Ekmarks, they have bikini bags.
Yeah, Robin says, that was
keep waters cold,
and that's why I love it. That's the biggest upsell of that was I use it for a water cooler.
Yeah, we're running out of time. We gotta go fast. Greg brings chewable Pepto-Bismol. That'll give the gag reflex working.
Chewable Pepto-Bismol.
You think it's bad getting Galveston down?
Yeah, I always have Galveston is what I do. I can't do Pepto-Bismol. I've tried it once and I was gagging. Yeah. Yeah,
we got a suggestion for next cruise.
Okay. Mrs. Canuck, wouldn't it be fun to let Mr. Canuck do all? No. No, John. Would it make great contact? So I would probably have to wear the same outfit every day. That would be my concern because anything that he packed wouldn't be appropriate. So whatever I showed up on the ship with, it would be like it would be no different than if the airline lost my suitcase for the week. That's probably how it would be.
I finally get a chance to bring my blazer.
Your blazer.
If I got to pack.
Mm-hmm.
I get to wear a suit and a blazer then if I brought my own stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And Grant is saying 8 days to Panama Canal crossing.
Oh.
So that'll be fun. If you don't see you next week on the live, then have a good cruise. Yeah, 8 days. It's just next Monday after. Yeah. And always has fabric adhesive tape for repair usage.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Is that like duct tape?
No, fabric tape, so that you could, like, if a hem comes undone, you can tape it back in place. That's a great one. And
yellow highlighter you mentioned, sewing kit, eyeglass repair kit. Wow, all the details.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know whose cabin to go to if something breaks.
That's right.
And Grant is saying that they also bring scented bin liners for dirty clothes.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Yeah.
I did just bring bounce sheets before, like dryer sheets that you put in your dryer that are scented, and put that in with the dirty laundry. That was a trick that I believe I saw online from another vlogger years ago, and did that.
Keith says he loves your videos. Wants to know if we choose destination or ship. Since we're getting low on time, we won't go in much detail, but I would say both.
Yes.
If we want to go to a destination, we really don't care what the ship is. And if we want to just go to somewhere we've been a lot, we might choose the ship over the destinations.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what we've done. But we might even do a whole video about that. We've talked about that as a whole video itself. So we might do a whole live on that one day as our plans.
Yeah. Briefly, I'll just say last year when we did 5 weeks in Europe, it was not so much about the ship. It was just we had so many places we wanted to see, and we picked the itineraries that way and went from there. So that was definitely our driving force on that one.
Ryan brings a shoe organizer that hangs over the door, multiple pockets. So yeah, we've seen that too. Yeah. And Captain Ahab says just stuffed a pillow to keep that sensor from setting the light off in the middle of the night. Yep. And Jeff and Pam are going on their second cruise this year.
Oh, nice. Exciting, guys.
Second cruise ever, in fact.
Wow.
Norwegian for the Northern Europe cruise.
Nice.
Overnight in Amsterdam, so it's a lot of fun. And Rob and Jan are saying hello.
Hi, guys.
And Rebbe Davis is saying laundry sheets.
Sheets, yeah. See, that's what I've done in the past, too. Laundry pods.
Yeah, the pods for doing laundry. I hear some people do that, too.
Yeah, if you have a ship that you have self-service, like Princess does.
7-day pill organizer container. Yes, we've seen that.
Oh, for my earrings.
Oh, for earrings.
Oh, Wanda, that's a great idea. I'm going to have to steal that one, I think.
Might use that one.
Yeah.
Pam, Tide Stick. You probably...
That's always in my cosmetic.
That's been in some of our vlogs, some of the Tide Stick to Go coverage.
Yeah. Well, we both have had to use it, but yes.
Dental repair kits. That's another level right there.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I might not go to that cabin.
Oh.
Sounds scary.
You're afraid to have. He's petrified of the dentist, just so you guys know. You learned a little something new from him. Mr. Canuck usually cancels 2 dentist appointments before he'll actually go for the third one. And I think he only does the third one because he knows I'm going to kill him if he doesn't go.
Oh, so we're out of time. I see Rob and Jan. One last comment. They're bringing magnetic hooks as well, and 2 pillows to make body pillow. There we go. There's an idea I like. I won't never get my way on it. But thank you everybody for joining. We're past the hour. We just came back from seeing family, but more family coming this afternoon for a barbecue. So we're going to go get ready for that. Yeah. But thank you everybody for joining. It's been wonderful talking to you all. When I get a chance later today, I will update the comment section below with kind of all the things we talked about, Patreon stuff, all that stuff will be there. And next week, we are going to talk about a whole bunch of different announcements, everything from group cruise stuff to different things that's been going on with the Cruising Canucks as far as what we have, some new incentive kind of things that we're trying to work out that people have asked for. So come next week and we'll tell you all that stuff. And then a week after that, we're talking about MSC and our next cruise.
Right.
So thanks, everybody. Have a great end of your Sunday, and we will see you in 1 week. So have a good week.
Yes.
Oh, I have to go to the other part of the screen now. Okay. Bye, everybody. You get to hear the little jingle that you didn't hear on our Juno vlog right now.